The planet Naresha was quiet. At first glance, it seemed like a soft, peaceful world. Green hills rolled into distant mountains, rivers sparkled under the sunlight, and forests swayed with gentle winds. But beneath the beauty, trouble had grown. Crops were failing, rivers were shrinking, and strange machines floated in the sky, high above the cities. They glowed faintly, humming with a quiet power. The people of Naresha did not understand these machines. They had appeared suddenly, orbiting their world like giant metal moons. Arik Tal, a young envoy of the Nareshan Council, stood in the high hall of the capital. The room was large and round, filled with soft light. The walls were lined with delicate tapestries and strange, glowing symbols. The council members sat in semicircles, their faces full of worry. The machines in orbit were draining the planet's energy, and the council had tried to stop them, but nothing worked. "We cannot hold on much longer," Arik said. His voice trembled slightly. He was not a naturally brave speaker, but desperation made him strong. "Our crops will fail entirely. Rivers will dry. If help does not come, our people will starve." One older council member, Lyra Sen, spoke softly. She was a scientist, careful in her words and thoughts. "We have tried to contact the nearby systems. They do not answer. Our technology is not enough to stop the devices. We cannot fight them ourselves." Arik took a deep breath. He had prepared for this moment. He opened a small device, a communicator designed to reach far beyond the system. "Then we must ask the galaxy itself," he said. "We will send a plea. We will ask for aid from anyone who can come. We have no time to wait for pride or fear. If we do not act, Naresha will be lost," the council murmured. Some members were afraid. They had heard stories of other worlds that sent calls for help and received none. Others feared that calling for aid would invite invaders, that strangers might arrive not to help, but to take advantage of a weak world. "We cannot ignore the risk," said Commander Vorak, a military leader of the council. He was tall and serious, his eyes like black stones. "We are weak. If the wrong people answer, we will be destroyed before they even arrive. We have no defenses for powerful ships or armies. We must be careful." Arik shook his head. "Our choice is simple. We wait and die, or we ask and hope. If we do not call, we already choose death. If we call, we still have a chance." After a long pause, the council agreed. The message would be sent. Arik and Lyra worked together to compose it. The message was simple: a soft, peaceful world in danger, asking for help. It described the machines, the drained lands, and the people struggling to survive. It carried a plea, but also a warning. If aid did not come soon, Naresha might not exist tomorrow. Weeks passed. The message traveled through countless networks, passed along by slower, older systems, until it reached the edge of the galaxy. The council waited in silence, the air heavy with fear. Children still played in the city squares, laughing and running. But adults walked with careful steps, eyes always looking to the sky. Then a reply came. It was not from a nearby system, or from one of the great empires the council had hoped might answer. It came through an old network, used for sending messages to dangerous frontier worlds. The message carried a strange code. It identified the sender as being from a death world. Lyra frowned. She read the message aloud. "It says they are coming to help, but it is from a death world. Our records say death worlds are violent. Their species are strong, harsh, and used to living in extreme conditions. They are not like us." The council was shocked. Fear filled the room. Deathworlders? Who could send help from a planet known for extreme danger? Arik tried to calm them. "We have no choice. If they come, we prepare. If they do not, we die. At least, if they come, There is a chance to survive. Commander Vorak slammed his hand on the table. We do not know their intentions. These Deathworlders could enslave us, or destroy us entirely. We cannot let them land without defenses. Arik nodded. Then we prepare defenses. We will hide our vulnerable areas and strengthen the cities. But we will not cancel the plea. Hope is better than fear. The council agreed. Quietly, preparations began. Alien engineers built barriers around the capital and important cities. Sensors were recalibrated. But the people did not know the full story. They were told only that visitors were coming, and they should be ready for strangers. Lyra studied human history. Some information had reached Narisha through old trade records. Humans were from a harsh, distant planet called Earth. Lyra learned that humans were strong, adaptable, and willing to take risks other species would avoid. They fought wars, survived disasters, and even in extreme danger, they kept going. She read about rescue missions on other worlds. Humans often risked their lives for strangers. Arik watched Lyra quietly. Do you think they will help us? He asked. Lyra hesitated. It is possible. Humans are dangerous. Yes, but not always cruel. They understand survival better than most species. They might help, because they know what it is like to face extinction. Finally, after tense days of waiting, the human ship arrived. It was smaller than the council expected. Not a massive fleet. Just a single vessel emerging from faster-than-light travel. It glowed softly, its metal surface reflecting the sunlight. Sensors on Naresha confirmed that it was from Earth, the Deathworld planet everyone feared. The people of the capital gathered quietly, watching the ship descend from orbit. Soldiers hid behind shields, ready for attack, though the humans had made no hostile moves. The ship lowered itself gently onto a clear platform near the council building. A ramp extended, and figures began to step down. 5 humans emerged. Captain Nathan Hall led them, calm and quiet. Beside him walked Ethan Cole, a thin but strong engineer. Mia Parker, a brave medic. Logan Price, a serious Marine, and Lily Carter, a young linguist curious about alien life. They did not look terrifying, not as the council had feared. Their armor was neat, and they carried no weapons in their hands. Arik stepped forward as the humans approached. He held his hands slightly raised, a gesture of peace. The humans did the same. Lily spoke first, her voice gentle, carrying across the platform through a small translator device. We received your call, she said. We are here to help. We mean no harm. The council held its breath. The humans seemed calm, ordinary, almost kind. Not at all like the violent Deathworlders described in old texts. Captain Nathan spoke next, his voice steady. We came as quickly as possible. We understand your planet is in danger. We have skills to help you survive. Commander Vorak's eyes narrowed. He wanted to question them, to test them, to make sure no hidden threat existed. But he saw something in their manner. Patience, confidence, and caution. Perhaps these were not the invaders he had feared. Arik felt a cautious hope grow in his chest. These humans, though from a world known for danger, might be exactly what Narisha needed. We will bring you to the council, Arik said. But first, we need to explain everything. Our planet. It is being drained. These machines orbiting us are advanced and dangerous. We cannot stop them alone. Nathan nodded. We will need details. Our team will work with your scientists and engineers. Together, we can understand the devices and find a solution. Ethan glanced around, taking in the sight of the city, the strange buildings, and the glowing symbols. We have seen worse, he said quietly to Logan. We can handle this. Logan's voice was low but firm. Nothing we've faced compares to planets being drained like this. But we've survived worse than this. We can do it again. Mia smiled gently at a group of children watching from behind a barrier. "We're not here to hurt anyone," she said softly. "We're here to help." Lily crouched slightly, waving at the children. She handed one a small, simple toy she had brought. "See?" she said. "We can be friends." The council led the humans inside. Arik felt a mix of fear and hope. If the humans could not stop the machines, all would be lost. If they could, Naresha might survive, perhaps even thrive again. Lyra walked beside Ethan and Lily, showing them data and scans of the orbital devices. "These are not simple machines," she said. "They are dangerous. But if anyone can figure them out, it might be you." Nathan's eyes scanned the data, reading it carefully. He nodded slowly. "We will need time, tools, and your cooperation. But together, we can find a way." The first human steps on Naresha had been cautious, but the council could see that these Deathworlders were different than the stories described. They were strong, yes, but also patient, careful, and willing to help a world not their own. Perhaps, for the first time in weeks, Naresha's people could hope. As the sun set behind distant hills, the humans, Arik, and the council members prepared to face the challenge together. The machines in orbit glowed faintly, waiting. But now, the soft world had help from the Deathworlders of Earth, and hope, fragile and new, had returned to Naresha. The next morning, the sun rose over Naresha, painting the sky in pale orange and soft pink. The humans and the council gathered in a large room overlooking the city. Arik stood beside Captain Nathan Hall, feeling both nervous and curious. The people of Naresha were still wary of the humans, but they had seen their calm and their willingness to help, and that trust had grown. Nathan looked at the council members. "We need full details," he said. "We need to understand the machines, the drains on the planet, and what dangers might exist. We cannot fix what we do not know." Lyra Sen stepped forward, holding a data pad. "These machines have been orbiting for months," she said. "They are connected, and they draw energy from the planet. Crops fail, rivers shrink, and even the magnetic fields fluctuate. We cannot interfere directly, they are too advanced. Any wrong move might make things worse." Ethan Cole leaned over to study the data. "I see. These devices have multiple layers of control. Most of it is automated, but some parts can be hacked. We'll need to test carefully. One mistake, and they could overload and harm the planet." Arik noticed that the humans did not seem scared. Their eyes were calm, their bodies relaxed but ready. He whispered to Lyra, "Do they ever get afraid?" Lyra shook her head slowly. "Humans are strange. They face danger often, but they do not let fear stop them. Perhaps that is why they survive on their world." Nathan continued. "We will need teams on the ground and in orbit. Ethan and I will study the machines from a shuttle. Mia and Logan will help train your people to respond to emergencies. Lily will assist with communication and translation." The council exchanged nervous glances. Commander Vorak spoke first. "I worry. We have never faced enemies like this. If something goes wrong, entire cities could be destroyed. Why do you risk yourselves for us?" Nathan's voice was steady. "Because we know what it is like to almost lose everything. Our planet has faced extinction more than once. We help because we understand fear and loss. We do not ignore others in need." Arik felt a shiver of hope. These humans truly were different. They had come from a harsh world, but they cared about a soft, peaceful one, like Naresha. The humans split into teams with alien guides. Ethan, Lily, and Lyra traveled together in a small shuttle. They rose above the cities, flying over forests and hills that were slowly dying from the machines draining energy. Trees were brown and brittle. Rivers were thin and dark, and the sky seemed heavier than it had been. Ethan studied the orbital devices from the shuttle. He took readings, noting patterns of energy and magnetic fields. These machines are not just draining energy, he said. They are adjusting the planet itself, the climate, the gravity in some areas, maybe even the growth of plants. Someone designed them carefully. Lily looked at the planet below. Why would anyone do this? The world is soft, quiet, peaceful. Why ruin it? Lyra shook her head. We do not know. Perhaps the creators of these machines only see resources. Narisha is weak. See, so it is easy to take from. Ethan nodded. We'll have to find a way to stop them, or at least slow them. There is no time to wait for others. Below, in the city, Logan Price and Mia Parker began working with the alien soldiers. Logan drilled them in small squads, teaching human tactics that were unusual to the aliens. They ran through obstacle courses, learned to respond to sudden alarms, and practiced moving under simulated attacks. At first, the aliens struggled. Their movements were cautious and slow, not used to acting fast under danger. Logan observed quietly. You are too careful, he said. Danger will not wait. You need to move fast and think fast. If you hesitate, you will lose. The aliens frowned. We have never trained this way, one of them said. We are not used to such extremes. Mia smiled gently. We know. We will guide you. You can learn. Humans have lived in danger for generations. It is not impossible. As the hours passed, the aliens improved. Small squads could respond to alarms, move wounded safely, and carry out orders quickly. Mia showed them how to treat injuries, using portable medical kits and simple techniques. Alien medics watched closely, asking questions and practicing. She did not hide anything, and her kindness inspired trust. One afternoon, alarms rang across Naresha. The orbital machines had activated a new function. Charged particles rained down, creating violent storms. Lightning flashed in strange colors. The wind tore at buildings, and small objects were thrown across streets. The alien pilots froze. Their small ships were fragile, not built for such turbulence. Panic spread quickly. Nathan gathered a team in a shuttle. We need to scan the devices, he said. Ethan, Mia, Logan, you are coming. We cannot let the machines control the planet completely. Stay focused. Stay calm. The shuttle lifted off. Turbulence slammed it from side to side, shaking everyone inside. The humans gritted their teeth. Logan held the controls steady. Mia checked all systems, and Ethan monitored the energy readings. Lily stayed calm, reading the storm data and communicating with ground control. The storm was unlike anything Lyra had ever seen. Energy arcs flew unpredictably, tearing through the clouds. The shuttle rocked violently. Alien engineers watching from the ground held their breath. They expected the shuttle to fail, but the humans moved together like a single unit. Logan shouted instructions. Mia assisted him. Ethan adjusted controls, and Lily predicted the storm patterns. Slowly, carefully, they reached the first orbital machine. Ethan scanned the device from a safe distance, recording all readings. Lily translated the readings to the aliens on the ground. They are checking the machine, she said. They are not attacking it, just understanding it. Lyra watched the humans with growing admiration. She whispered to Arik, they are incredible. They face danger as if it is normal. Yet they are careful and precise. They will help us. After hours in the storm, the shuttle returned. It was scratched and battered, but intact. Alien observers gasped. The humans had survived conditions that would have destroyed most ships. Eric approached the humans as they exited the shuttle. You did it, he said. We did not think anyone could survive that storm. Ethan shrugged. We have seen worse. We know how to handle danger. We will keep working until this planet is safe. Mia smiled at a young alien soldier who had been watching closely. It is okay to be afraid, she said. But fear cannot stop us from helping each other. The council met again. Commander Vorak was quiet. He had seen the storm and the shuttle's return. For the first time, he seemed unsure. The humans he had feared might destroy them had instead saved the planet from further damage. Eric noticed a change in him. Perhaps they are not the danger we thought, Eric said softly. Perhaps they are the help we need. Lyra studied the data from the orbital machine. There is more, she said. The devices were not just draining energy. They were preparing the planet for something else. We do not know what, but it is not good. The humans will need to work quickly. Nathan nodded. We will work with your scientists and engineers. Together, we will find a way. Your planet has potential. It is still alive, and we will make sure it stays that way. Bordy. Nathan. 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 Ethan added, humans survive in extreme conditions because we adapt. We see danger and learn from it. We will do the same here. And we will teach you how to survive as well. Arik felt hope growing stronger. For weeks, Naresha had been afraid, trapped by the machines in orbit. Now, humans walked among them. Humans who risked storms, taught them to fight and protect themselves, and did not demand anything in return. Perhaps, for the first time, they had a chance. As the sun set again, the humans, the council, and the people of Naresha prepared for the challenges ahead. The machines in orbit glowed faintly, waiting. But now, the planet had allies, and the hope that had almost vanished was slowly returning. Part 3. Claws behind the sky. After the storm, the humans and aliens gathered in the council chamber to study the orbital machines. The glow from the devices above Naresha filled the windows with pale light. Nathan stood near a holographic map of the planet, showing energy readings and locations of the machines. Ethan and Lily worked on data collected during the shuttle mission, while Lyra watched closely, taking careful notes. We now know why the machines are here, Ethan said, pointing at the map. They are not just draining energy. They are changing the planet, the climate, the magnetic fields, even the plant growth. Someone wants to make Naresha fit their own needs. Eric frowned. Fit their needs? What does that mean? Lily looked at him, speaking slowly so the translation device could relay every word. Someone is preparing Naresha for something else. It may be for invasion, or for resources. Either way, the planet is not safe. The machines are a warning. Commander Vorak's jaw tightened. So our fear was right. The machines are not random. They are a prelude to something worse. Nathan nodded. And we need to stop them before the next phase begins. Waiting will only make the planet weaker. We must act. I, Lyra spoke softly. We do not know the full strength of whoever built these devices. They could have fleets ready. Their technology is far beyond ours. Ethan leaned over the data pad. They may be powerful, yes. But we have something they cannot predict. Humans and Nareshans working together. Your planet is soft. Yes. But that is an advantage. We can hide, improvise, and strike when they do not expect it. Arik looked at Nathan, hope flickering in his eyes. You really think we can fight them? Nathan smiled faintly. We will try. We survive by working together, by using every skill we have. That is how humans survive Deathworlds, and why we will help your world survive this one. The next day, humans and aliens began planning a strike on the machines. Small squads were formed, combining human marines with trained alien soldiers. Logan led the first teams, showing the aliens how to move quickly and react without hesitation. Alien soldiers learned to rely on instinct, improvisation, and trust in their teammates' skills many had never practiced before. Mia set up mobile clinics near the training areas. She taught alien medics how to patch wounds quickly, how to treat burns and radiation injuries, and how to carry patients safely. The aliens were amazed at her calm in stressful situations. Children and civilians watched her work, learning that the humans were not only fighters, they were helpers. Lily worked with Lyra to translate technical data from the machines. They discovered that some machines were semi-controlled, able to be rewritten if approached correctly. Other machines were fully autonomous, designed to detect tampering and react with extreme force. Ethan explained that a partial hack could slow the devices, but only a full mission inside the machines would fully disable them. "We will need to board one of these devices," Ethan said. "It will be dangerous. The systems can collapse corridors, release harmful energy, or trap anyone inside. But it is the only way to gain control." Eric swallowed. "Is it really safe?" Nathan shook his head. "Nothing is completely safe. But our team has experience with dangerous situations. We adapt. We survive. And together, we will give your world a chance." The first boarding mission was scheduled for the following day. Ethan, Logan, Mia, and a few alien volunteers prepared carefully. The shuttle was loaded with tools, energy shields, and scanning devices. The aliens were nervous, their hands shaking slightly as they held weapons. Logan noticed and put a hand on one alien soldier's shoulder. "Stay calm," he said. "Fear is normal. But focus on your training. Follow instructions. We will get through this together." The shuttle lifted off, rising above Neretia. Turbulence from the residual storm shook it, but the crew remained steady. Ethan monitored the machines, identifying a weak point for entry. "We go in here," he said, pointing at a vent-like opening in the structure. "It's small, but it will get us inside. Once we are in, we can access the core." Lily relayed instructions to the aliens on the ground. "They are going inside the machine," she said. "It will be dangerous. Watch carefully, and be ready to help if needed." The shuttle approached the orbital device. The entrance was smaller than expected. A narrow tunnel glowing with strange light. Alien sensors warned of energy pulses, gravity shifts, and environmental hazards inside. Ethan took a deep breath. "Remember? Stay calm. Stay together. Move carefully." Although Logan led the first team inside, the corridors twisted in strange ways, with gravity shifting unexpectedly. Automated defenses activated, energy barriers, moving walls, and mechanical arms tried to block their path. Alien soldiers froze, unsure how to react. Humans moved like water, flowing through obstacles, ducking, climbing, and disabling traps as they went. "Follow us," Logan shouted. "Keep moving." Mia stayed close to any soldier struggling to keep up. She handed out protective gear, gave quick instructions, and pulled anyone who stumbled to safety. The aliens began to trust her guidance, moving with more confidence. Ethan reached the core control room. The room pulsed with energy, filled with floating lights and strange machinery. He quickly scanned the systems. "We can plant a virus here," he said. "It will allow us to control some functions. We cannot shut everything down completely, but we can slow the machines and protect the planet." Lily translated to the aliens nearby. "He can control part of the system," she said. "It will protect your cities and your rivers. It is not perfect, but it is something." Suddenly, a trap activated. A corridor filled with radiation. Alarms blared. One alien soldier panicked, stumbling backward. Mia ran to him, holding his hand, calming him. She administered a small dose of protective medicine, dragging him to a safer path. "Fear is normal," she said, "but we keep going. Together, we survive." Logan fought a small automated drone that attacked from above. The alien soldiers watched in awe as he moved quickly, striking precisely and disabling it with a single blow. The aliens began to understand why humans were called Deathworlders. They were dangerous, yes, but controlled and focused. Using strength and intelligence together, Ethan successfully planted the virus in the control core. Lights flickered as the system accepted the code. "We have partial control," he said. Some functions can be stopped, others redirected. We will not have full control, but it will buy us time. Lily looked at the energy readings. There is a warning, she said. The machines are sending a signal. A fleet may be coming. We do not know how soon, but it will arrive. Eric felt his stomach tighten. The invaders? They are on their way? Nathan nodded. We have delayed them, but they are coming. We must prepare the planet for defense. Your people must work with us, train with us, and trust us. If we stand together, we have a chance. Back on the ground, the council held an emergency meeting. Commander Vorak looked at the humans differently now. He had seen their skill, their bravery, and their care for the aliens. He finally said, "Perhaps we misjudged them. They are not the danger we feared. They are what we need." Arik nodded. "We have hope again. For the first time in weeks, I feel that we might survive." Lyra smiled at Ethan and Lily. "Your presence is more than just strength. You bring understanding, courage, and calm. That is why your people survive so often. That is why you are here, helping us." Ethan glanced at her. "We survive because we adapt, because we work together. Now, we are working with you. Together, we will protect this world." The humans and aliens spent the rest of the day preparing. They set up hidden defenses, moved civilians to safe areas, and shared knowledge. Humans taught the aliens about emergency protocols, tactical movement, and improvisation. Aliens taught humans about the local terrain, sensor technology, and native hazards. For the first time, Narisha's people felt a sense of hope. The orbital machines were still above, glowing faintly, but they were no longer untouchable. Humans and aliens had begun to fight together, showing that even a soft world could survive when guided by those who had survived the harshest conditions. As the night fell, the first partial victory settled over the planet. The machines were partially under control. The storm had passed. Humans and aliens shared a quiet moment, watching the sky. Lily whispered to Arik, "We will win this. We can make your planet safe again. We know how to survive when the odds are against us." Arik smiled faintly. "Thank you. You are more than Deathworlders. You are heroes." Nathan looked at the sky, at the faint glow of the machines. "This is just the beginning," he said. "But Narisha has hope, and hope is worth fighting for."